Here at KCBD, we know that owning your own business is filled with challenges,
including how to gain new customers consistently for your products and services.
Local Business Leaders was created to help our locally owned businesses market themselves successfully on KCBD,
leading to increased sales and profits.
Come join Lubbock Business Leaders at KCBD
and enjoy all the benefits that this group of influential people in our community has to offer.
Next on This Is Home, we'll talk tile DIY struggles with laying patterns and lining up those grout joints, what's trending in countertops, and trees, and more trees, when to plant and what tree is best for what you need. So settle in as we bring you This Is Home. The fall season's a great time to do small updates to your home. Maybe you're thinking about an upcoming football party or just thinking ahead to the holiday season. We're making this transition to fall easy with tips and tricks from our experts. I'm Taylor Lee Payne, and welcome to This Is Home. Up first, terracotta tile is in, but it's costly. Our experts help us find a look that matches our budget, and wood look tile has stepped it up a notch. Let's talk to the experts to see what's trending in flooring fashion. Well, let's talk about the DIYers. There's a lot of home improvement projects where DIYing, yes, it can save you money, but tile is not one of those.
You know, people know that they can lay tile. Just your average person off the street, husbands and wives looking for a weekend
project.
project.
It's like a puzzle.
Sure, you can lay tile. Can you do it? Absolutely, you can lay tile. The beauty and the usefulness of using a professional to lay your tile is becoming more and more relevant today just because of the intricacies that tiles are starting to have. We're standing right here in front of a few patterned tiles that are very detailed, very intricate patterns. This one specifically comes on a 12 by 12 mosaic. So it comes on a sheet that's 1 foot by 1 foot. But think about when you're laying this tile, and if you're standing there and I'm standing here and we're yelling at each other trying to get this laid properly.
And get the blacks to match up with the black and the white.
You get just a tad off, and then your whole wall, your whole backsplash, your whole shower all looks funky. This tile, so this tile isn't a pattern tile. It's a big tile.
And you know what else it is? Totally symmetrical.
So again, you and your husband go in the garage and start carrying these in. The first one you drop, you've just dropped $7.
Right.
You know, and that's where that becomes something that, again, another reason to have a professional do it. If you'll notice, these grout lines are lined up. So this one's here, then this one's here, then this one's here, lined up with this guy. Tiles
Totally
are inherently bowed. They have no choice but to be at least a little bit bowed. So
the bigger it gets.
Yeah, the bigger it gets, the more you're going to have a little bit of bowing to it. If you lined up those grout lines, they would look humpy, which is why you put the humpy may not be a technical term. You line up the grout every other one. Yeah. The other fun part of tile is you can make porcelain look like terracotta. You can make it look like brick. You can make it look like marble. It's printed. At the end of the day, it's printed, so it can look however it is you want it to look.
Okay, now talking about the way things look different than what they really are, the wood tile. This is incredible.
No, wood look tile has come a long way. 5 years ago, wood look tile was maybe 5 to 7 of the SKUs we stock, and they really didn't look like wood. They were boards that were 24 inches long, 6 inches wide. We would grout them, we'd outline them. They didn't really look like wood. So where the wood look tile has gone is to some amazing looks that truly look like wood. This is one that we specifically talk about a lot because wood has, the technical term here is chatter marks. Chatter, C-H-A-T-T-E-R, and it's just where a wood board has been run through the machine and the machine chopped it up as it ran through. So they don't have feel, but they literally have the look of a chattered hardwood board. A chattered wood plank, and that's tile.
Yeah.
So what you get from that is that it's completely 100% waterproof. We've started to kind of see a trend in doing wood showers. That's cool. To have a shower that looks like it's a wooden shower is a very cool thing. They're also making glossy woods. That's a gray, that's a blue, that's a real funky, distinct brown tile, but they're glossy. They're shiny. And a shiny wood look is kind of a new thing, but it's a really, really cool look.
Now, seeing this picture, I've never seen a floor like this.
Yeah, that's an elegant floor.
Shiny, wood looking.
Sure.
I mean, that seems very cutting edge.
That is very cutting edge. That's very very hip, very
You guys
trendy.
will have to let me know when you do your first one.
Yeah, for
because
sure.
that'll be a cool thing
For sure.
when that comes
and
to
you got to
Lubbock.
be intelligent about where you're putting that.
Right,
You know, barefoot
absolutely.
and glossy's not perfect.
Not for every home.
And so they do such a good job with this. At times, people will come in and say, "I saw a tile floor and it wasn't grouted." It was. It 100% was. You
funny.
can't have a tile floor that's not grouted. There's no groutless tile.
How's it gonna stick?
Yeah, how's it going to stick, and how's it going to hide its imperfections?
Okay.
That's what it
This
does.
one, another one
Sure.
that just hides really well.
Very well hidden grout lines, accentuated grout lines. It's a matter of personal preference. But if
Mm-hmm. Right.
you'll notice in this picture, they've hidden the grout lines. In this picture, they have hidden the grout lines pretty well in there too.
Absolutely.
They're there. And so what they're doing is the professionals are hiding the grout lines. The idea is for the wood look tile to look like wood.
So the trend of adding this gorgeous painted looking
Mm-hmm.
tile, we're seeing it a lot in what, laundry rooms?
Sure.
Bathroom floors?
Vanity areas, backsplashes. Even more and more, we're starting to see it in guest bathrooms on the floor, accent walls behind in just little toilet bathrooms.
And it looks so good, but it is expensive.
You can find these tiles that are upwards of $75, $85 a square foot. So what the tile companies are doing is they're making porcelain versions of the terracotta tile. And so we've gotten these three are all porcelain, these three are terracotta. These are obviously part of a pattern. You see all four together, you can see how the pattern actually looks. Same look, same principle, same colors. I mean, we still get that light blue in there for a fraction of the cost.
Big price break.
Yeah, you're talking less than $10 a square foot for these guys. 7, 8
comparison.
times that for these guys. And so,
And it really doesn't look much different at all.
no, it doesn't. And if you don't put them up next to each other,
Yeah.
they even more so don't necessarily have as
And I like how
vast of a
here
difference.
they've added that sort of distressed look.
No, for sure. And we
the
actually
pattern.
stocked this tile, and a funny story about it is that it, when they touch up to make the pattern, it's imperfect. The lines don't line up perfectly.
Okay.
The idea is to look handmade. Handmade tiles aren't going to line up perfectly either.
Right.
That's the point.
Very
and so
cool.
what we have to do is we have to guide you to, okay, you want those lines to line up. Let's get one of these guys where they do line up. They're made to line up. But that's the beauty of a naturally made product. Handmade is just like naturally made.
So speaking of bathrooms, because when I think bathrooms when
Sure.
I think of those gorgeous decorated tiles like that, we've got a little design project over
so,
here.
we have multiple spots in our store where you can have a little table to kind of put your schematic out. We like to see it, we like to hear it, and we like to touch it.
Especially for this.
Sure, and this is a large project that's going to cost money. You want to see how it's going to look. So what we've done here is we've gotten the same tile in a darker gray and a lighter gray. You don't want to make your shower a dark dungeon. You want to make your shower a bright, white,
Yeah,
a
good
brighter,
point.
lighter
Very good
place. So darker tile, lighter tile, and then we've picked some accentuating pieces here. We've picked what we call a penny round. We've picked a diamond mosaic, pebbles that are very popular on a shower floor. And then this guy is a glass and stone mix. Very rarely do we hear from folks, golly, I just got too light. That doesn't happen very often. What we hear from our customers, our consumers is, I wish I'd have gone lighter. So
Yeah.
anytime we're dealing with someone and the two choices are these two tiles and they like them equally, pick the lighter one.
Okay.
You'll
That's a good pro tip.
lightening up your space is always a good thing. So if you're like, gosh, I just don't know, I love both of them, pick the lighter one. It's
Okay.
it's a safer bet to pick the lighter one.
I like that. That's a good tip. Up next, we're talking countertops. The types, colors, and finishes can be a bit overwhelming, so we're taking questions to the experts to find out which is best for your home. Here's a closer look at the differences between granite, quartz, and quartzite. Julio, we're out here at Allied Stone because stone, specifically even in kitchens, is, I feel like, all the rage. It has been for a while now. Walk me through, if I come to you and say, Julio, I want a stone island in my kitchen, how do we make that decision together?
Well, first of all, we go about trying to figure out what color scheme you want to go with, like your floors or your walls, your backsplash. And then we got a whole selection of granite here and stones, quartz, granite, quartzite that you can pick from. And we just kind of coordinate all of those colors and try to make it look nice.
So tell me about these more low maintenance stones. I feel like those are becoming more of a
They are.
appeal.
That's quartz. Quartz here is it's a man-made stone. It's about 90% natural stone, but the way they put it together, it makes it non-porous. So there's no maintenance with these here. You just have to really use a soft soap to clean it, and don't worry about it. We have a whole selection of quartz here, and then we have, this is granite over here.
Okay.
We have different
And this
colors
is
of quartz.
porous.
This is a little bit porous than quartz.
So why
it's
do people choose granite over
Granite
quartz?
is a natural look. It has a lot of natural aspects to it.
So once I've decided which of the stones is the best fit for my home, what are our color options like?
Well, we have a whole slew of colors over here that we could choose from.
Now everybody says no two pieces of granite are the same.
No,
at
that
all.
is correct. Even from the same slab bundle, every granite color will have some slight differences.
So looking close, I can see sort of the white pearl look to this one.
Yeah,
this
they're
is all
just
natural.
they're all natural minerals and deposits that are made into the stone. We have the largest selection of colors here in West Texas, and I can show you back in the back, and I can introduce you to Michael.
All right,
and
so
he'll be able to
how
help you.
crazy do these colors get?
Oh, they get pretty crazy. We have some very, very vibrant colors in the back.
Cool, let's go check it out.
All right.
The reason this showroom is so great is I'm not just looking at that little sample size of what
Right.
I tell you guys, hey, I want this in my kitchen. Here I'm seeing the full effect of what that piece of stone.
No, exactly. The samples are great, but when the customers come in and the builders come in, we definitely want to encourage them to look at the actual slab because there's so many minerals and compounds and compositions that look so much different that you can't capture on the sample. On our quartzites over here,
Okay.
it's a lot more durable, a lot harder than granite. It's harder to scratch, and as you can tell, the composition is a lot more different. Quartzite itself is sandstone and quartz, and the way it is actually made, you're going to see it almost looks like a riverbed.
Yeah.
Whereas the granite, it's completely random on the granite.
It's from the earth. You can't
Exactly.
control it. Yeah.
Exactly. So all kinds of compositions there. When it comes to something like our quartz, you're going to see this is engineered stone right here. So again, the sample isn't going to catch it all.
Right.
But you got pros and cons. The pros with quartz, there's a lot of them. It's stain resistant. It's a lot more durable than any natural stone you're ever going to find.
Okay.
And the sleek look of it, the modern look, it almost looks like a marble. So you got all the selling points of marble, but it's so much more durable, it's so much more hard, and it's a lot easier to maintain.
What is going on down here? I've never seen a countertop like this.
So this one particularly, this is geodes. They actually cut the geodes up with resin, they combine them. This is our Antolini precious stone,
Gorgeous.
top tier, high quality.
Talk to me a little bit about the finishes and how that can make these stones look so different.
Yeah, so typically you have 3 finishes, which is perfect because we have 3 different examples right here. You got the leathered look, which there's almost no shine at all, and it's smooth to the touch.
Okay.
So a lot of people use these for their outdoor kitchens, they might use it for their workshop, and this is a granite right here. Then you go next to your marble. This is a honed finish, so it's not as textured,
Tell me what you
pitted,
said, hone.
honed finish.
Okay.
So it's not as textured as the granite over there,
Right.
but you can see it's very smooth to the touch, and there's not much shine either. On the opposite side, another quartzite over here. A lot of people confuse quartzite and quartz. So quartz is 93% quartz or silica, and then 7% resins, and it's engineered stone. Quartzite is an actual natural stone. So because it's natural, you still have to seal it. It can still
Okay.
stain.
Now I've seen a little bit of how the different stones look in the slab room, but how different do they look in the kitchen?
Let's go take a look.
Okay, so here we're in a kitchen. I wish this was my kitchen, but it's not. Tell me the difference. What is this and what is this?
Okay, so another example of quartzite is right here. This is our Taj Mahal quartzite. And on the left over here, we have our granite. As you can see, the composition of minerals, compounds, it's just completely different. So if you have countertops and you're doing a remodel, we can template it and we can actually make the countertops the same size.
Okay.
Or if it's a brand new home, not gonna be a problem, we template that as well.
Cool, perfect. And we came over here to this show kitchen because this looks like it's one giant piece.
Right, and that's what we were aiming for. So this is actually called a waterfall right here, and it's gonna be 2 separate pieces. If you look really closely, you can tell that it's 2 separate pieces of quartz.
Okay.
And they seamed it together, so
It looks so good.
transitions.
And so if this had more of a veiny look, that's a way you guys could
right,
make it.
we would do a vein match or a book match is what we call it, where it looks like they seamlessly transition into each other.
So then it looks like you took a giant square rock,
And it just
cut
kept
it out
going.
and dropped it
Exactly.
in the kitchen.
And the goal is to make it look seamless, definitely. And the reason we can do that and the reason we can do full backsplash like this or intricate designs like this is our state-of-the-art technology.
Okay.
We use a water jet. So we can do just
To
about
carve
anything.
the tiniest little
Exactly.
Texas-shaped indents. Cool.
Anything you can imagine, we can do it.
Very cool. Coming up after the break, we're heading to a tree farm. We'll be talking roots, growth, and when to plant. Get more This Is Home online at kcbd.com. Take an in-depth look at all the latest home improvement news in one convenient location, plus watch full episodes of past shows on demand. Just go to kcbd.com and click on the This Is Home tab. Bronco, you and I have made our way out to a tree farm today. A lot of people don't spend a lot of time on a tree farm because, you know, you guys harvest the trees, get the trees eventually to our home, so we don't ever have to come out here. But when is the best time of year? Is it the fall time for me to put that tree from the tree farm to the store, finally plant it in my yard? When do trees like to be planted?
Fall is a wonderful time. It's probably the least stressful time to plant a tree. It's not the only time. We do plant year-round at Tom's Tree Place, and whenever we plant, it comes with a 1-year, 1 replacement warranty. This has been a great year. We've had all this rain, we've had mild weather until the last couple of weeks, but it's been a great, great year.
When's that tree gonna not look like a little Charlie Brown tree? It's gonna look beautiful and great.
You know, if you get a small tree, it's going to go through the stages where you're going to have to do more pruning and more training, and you're going to have to develop that into a beautiful tree. A lot of people want an instant tree. That's great. You can plant it, and what is going to happen is it's going to develop that root system first. So the first couple of years, depending on the size of that root ball.
First couple years.
Yes, on the big trees.
Okay,
It's going to
not
take
these ones
right,
behind us.
not
We're talking
this size.
those
Yes.
huge ones.
It takes a while for them to get established, and then you're going to see the canopy start to fill in and eventually start to grow and eventually get bigger. This is a wonderful tree. You'll see them all over Lubbock. It's called a vitex. Some people call it a Texas lilac.
Okay.
Now this is a spent bloom. This bloom right here is what normally is covered, and it does attract bees and butterflies. It has a beautiful fragrance to it. These are very small trees. These would be great just as a focal point in a big flower bed, or if you have a small front yard.
These are some of the trees that change color.
Right, these are Chinese pistachios. This is my personal favorite tree.
Okay.
And reason being, it has got a good growth rate on it. It's insect and disease resistant. It's got a great root system. It's not going to tear up your foundation or, you know, create problems with your septic system or your sewer lines.
Okay.
What's awesome about this tree is it can give you great fall color, and it's anything from a lemony orange to a scarlet red. I've seen it in all different colors.
We're out here on quite a windy day, but you're saying these guys are sort of Lubbock's wind protecting tree.
These are Mondales. They also go by Elderica or Afghan. It's all the same tree. These are my favorite wind block. We sell these in Kettler junipers, but to me these are just prettier. They do get bigger. These are also drought tolerant once they get established. One thing about these is they do still shed needles,
Okay.
but it will form a nice mat underneath them, so it kind of forms a weed block.
Yeah.
I like the pine needles. They will produce pine cones, so even though we are in dusty old West Texas, we can pretend like we're in the mountains.
That's pretty
you know?
neat.
Yeah.
Now, when looking at this line of trees right here, this is what I feel like I see surrounding those farm homes out on a lot of land.
Yes.
And they're doing that for wind blocking.
Yes.
And you guys will take this tree, this big, and
Yes.
put it in my yard.
Yes, yes. And one thing that we do whenever we plant a tree is we contact Texas 811 so that we report it and make sure that there's no gas lines, electric lines, or if something's there, they mark it with either a flag or paint.
So this tree, tell me a price
This
tag
is
on
a
this
live
guy.
oak, and I'm going to guesstimate that this could be, I bet it's about $2,500.
Man.
Yeah, looking at the trunk closer. This is your instant happy tree. And this is a tree that it's going to take it several years. You can see where the wire is on this K, on
Okay.
the ball. This has to regrow its root system. So it's going to take it a couple of years just to get the roots going.
So if I were to drop this tree into my yard, we would have a similar contraption around
yes,
it. While it
and
gets
you will
used to it.
see this wire. We do not take the wire off of it. It needs to stay there to keep the roots intact.
Okay.
After about a year or so, you can go back and clip this off, and grass eventually will grow on top of it. But yeah, it's going to be a while. You're going to be looking at the same top of this probably for about 3 years.
So if I've got a tree in my yard that doesn't look healthy, in fact I do, what's the best way for me to solicit your wisdom and get advice on what I should do here?
Okay. It's easiest on us if you bring us actually part of the branch or part of the leaves, we do have a magnifying scope where we can like try to look for insects or issues. A lot of people bring us pictures.
Bring that into the store.
Yes.
Okay.
A lot of people bring us pictures, and that's great. Sometimes it's really hard to determine, you know, what it is. Another thing to know whenever you come in is be aware of how much you're watering that tree, if you've fertilized around that tree, if you've done weed killer around that tree.
Yeah,
there's
the
a lot of
biggest
issues.
no-no.
Yeah, there's a lot of issues that will damage your tree or irritate your tree, you know, so that it helps us figure out exactly what's going on. Yeah.
So a lot of times when I see new trees go in the ground, I'll see a large bit of
A berm.
dirt. Thank you. The berm. Are you saying those sometimes are bad?
No,
Sometimes we do those too high?
that's good because that will help you water, and it keeps water within that area.
Okay.
Especially on a newly planted tree. A sprinkler system is not enough for a newly planted tree. The watering your grass, it waters the top couple of inches. A tree that's got, you know, a deep root ball, it needs a water hose put on it and watered slowly, at least the first year that it's there.
Perfect. That's such a good rule of thumb. Thank you for sharing your
You're
wisdom with
welcome.
us.
I have fun.
Yes, we love this. So we've officially decided Bronca can add tree expert, what you call tree nerd, to your resume.
Thank you.
West Texas has a long history of neighbors helping neighbors. Habitat for Humanity is a great example. So let's take a look at what giving back to build up a community looks like in the place where it all starts, the home. Christy, we're out here on a construction site. This is really fun.
It is.
This is a different kind of home building. Christy with Lubbock Habitat for Humanity. You're the executive director. Paint this picture for me. What is Habitat for Humanity? What do you guys do here in our community?
Well, our mission is to seek to bring people together to build communities, homes, and hope. So it's much more than just constructing a house. We take applications from anybody, and what we want to do is help the people with the greatest need income-wise who are willing to partner and help build their own house, do education hours, and then we get volunteers to come out and work with our one-step person to build the house. We need the community to fund the build, and when all is said and done, we close on that house, and these families are able to pay a no-interest, low-cost mortgage that's affordable for them. It transforms lives.
It transforms lives. How long has this been going on here in Lubbock? How long have you been a part of it?
Well, Lubbock Habitat started in 1987, and I've only been on board about a year. I feel so blessed and humbled to be in this position. But, you know, Habitat has built so many houses over the years, but we are really in a growth phase right now. We're looking to do a blitz build out here Labor Day week of 2020 and put up at least 6 houses at once. So we really need people to get behind us.
You need
now.
volunteers. You need fundraising and volunteers.
Yes.
So some of these people right now, these are some of the volunteers putting this house together.
Yes, this is South Plains Church of Christ. So this is a group of volunteers. Some of them are skilled. They have construction experience, which is so helpful.
Absolutely.
But we can take anybody with a pulse and half a brain and they can get a hammer and build a house. But they helped fund this house. They're building this house. The homeowner went to their church last week. They're supporting her. It's just a wonderful, wonderful thing. It's already changed her life and the life of her family, just knowing that they are willing to come out and do this just because they're wonderful people. It takes about 6 months to build a quality home. Acme Brick donates all the bricks, so that's one of the reasons Lubbock has brick homes. Most habitats don't. Then when it's finished, we do have a great ceremony. Usually their minister comes because we're a Christian-based organization, so we really encourage all of that. And then we just celebrate, and there are always tears. It's always heartwarming. And then they actually come into Habitat and pay their no-interest, low-cost mortgage every month, which is really something for them. And it's just such a wonderful transformation. Habitat, kids who grow up in these homes go on to finish college, to go to med school. It's just the beginning for them.
Beautiful. And it starts with the home.
Yes, it's more than bricks and mortar. It's a new beginning. It restores faith and hope and gives them security. So it is just wonderful.
So cool, Christy. Well, thank you for doing what you do.
Thank you.
Rob, you're part of this volunteer team building this house, you know, making it from the ground up for this family. You're going to change lives. Why are you guys doing that? Tell me your mission behind that.
Well, one of the things at South Plains Church of Christ, one of the things that we really have done in the past is we have done foreign missions, short-term, week-long kind of spring break sort of thing.
Okay.
And this year we really wanted to do something here locally in town so that individuals who couldn't go overseas, whatever, could
Right.
have something they could do here. And so somebody said, well, what about a Habitat house? So I contacted Habitat and we talked for a while, and they said, we've got a house coming online, we've got an owner ready. And so we began doing this and working with this house. And it's been incredible. I mean, to see where we are here.
I will say,
and-
standing in it for 2 weeks now, it's gone from the slab
this
up.
is 2
so
weeks.
this is
Yes.
incredible.
2 weeks ago, we had a slab blessing. We came out and prayed over the slab, and we went from flat slab to all of the walls that you see.
You guys are donating a lot of time to do this. This is
Well,
volunteer work.
I think the thing for all of us that are working on this house is we know the importance of home ownership. It changes. It provides a different dynamic for families. We know that people learn better. There's more stability. There's more of a sense of community with the family when you're not in a rental house or transitionary, which sometimes happens in that situation.
Yeah.
And so that really helps provide the homeowner something. And it also helps you, because as you get to see the progress, you think, I helped that. I was a part of that. And it just took some time and a little bit of effort.
What's this going to be like about 6 months from now?
About 6 months from now, we've got bedrooms all along this side of the house.
Okay.
So we've got our 3 bedrooms here. On this side, these are, I guess, what you'd call the extra bedrooms. The master bedroom will be on this side over here. There's a bathroom. It's actually a Jack and Jill bathroom.
Okay.
And so there's, you're going to have your sink.
We're just walking through
your
walls
sink,
right
your
now,
commode.
kinda
Yeah, we're
like a
walking through
ghost
walls.
or
These will all be
something.
doors. Everything you've walked through will be doors, except that you just walked through the wall.
I walked
But,
through a wall. You know, you can only do it so often.
That's right. Well, when you get here, this is going to be the kitchen.
Okay.
And so we'll have the kitchen area, the cabinets, a pantry.
Right when you walk in
and
the front
Right
door.
when you walk in, and there'll be the dining room table in this area. And then, of course, over here, we'll have the living room. And so it's all kind of together. It's amazing use of the space. It's not huge, but there's everything you need in the house.
Yeah.
And so it's really
And
nice.
It's so cool to be standing in the kitchen right now to think the impact your volunteer, these guys here, the tech students, the dozens, maybe
Yeah.
hundreds of people
Yeah.
over the next couple of months, the impact that those couple of hours of work y'all are having on the longevity and
The volunteers have
family.
been incredible. I mean, not just the people that come out and build. We had tech students last week as part of Raider Orientation Week. We've had individuals from different organizations that have come and been a part of it. And again, you're right, it's a couple of hours.
Yeah.
But yet, each of those couple of hours add up to a completed house.
Planting
And so
seeds.
It is.
Cool.
It's exactly.
Thank you so much, Rob.
You
Y'all
bet.
are incredible, and I can't wait to see the final product.
Thank you.
That's it for this edition of This Is Home. Thanks for watching. Remember, you can go to kcbd.com/thisishome to watch other episodes and extended cuts from the experts. We'll see you next time right here on the South Plains, because this is home. The wind. We'll be heading to a tree farm. We're talking roots. Love it.
It's that time of year again for KCBD News Channel 11's first freeze contest. If you can guess the exact day and time when Lubbock's temperature drops to 32 degrees, you could win a $5,000 shopping spree at Yates Flooring Center. Stop by Yates Flooring Center at 1901 West Loop 289 and fill out the official First Freeze entry form. We'll be making our predictions, so go make yours only at Yates Flooring Center.
Thinking about new countertops? Did you know you can upgrade your countertops for as low as $200 a month? Allied Stone's new financing program brings you closer to your dream kitchen or bath countertop. Choose from our wide selection of granite, marble, quartz, quartzite, travertine, onyx, and even porcelain. Our expert staff will help you from selection, fabrication to installation. Show off your new kitchen or bath countertops now and pay later. Call us at 806-305-9103 to learn more about our financing options and schedule an appointment today.
For over 65 years, Tom's Tree Place has been providing quality landscape design. With temperatures dropping during fall and winter, it's still a great time to plant trees. And regardless of the time of year, make sure to follow our turf maintenance program to keep your yard healthy and thriving. And make sure to come and pick up a free copy of our turf maintenance calendar.
At Tom's Tree Place, we pride ourselves in helping you make your home a more beautiful and functional place to live.
Tom's Tree Place, a living legacy since 1950.